Soft, wistful piano music begins, slightly out of tune, a breathy sigh. Oh, darling, you wouldn't believe. It started as these tragedies always do, with a promise, a shimmering, iridescent promise of, well, perfection naturally. It was to be my honeymoon, a delicate, curated experience, a testament to my exquisite taste, of course, at the Sheraton Fallsview Hotel, Niagara Falls. Honestly, the name itself sounds like a faded postcard from a more civilized era. One assumes a certain elegance, one expects it. I mean, the nerve of calling something Fallsview and then not delivering, it is simply barbaric. Now, my husband, bless his heart, utterly clueless when it comes to aesthetics, truly handled the booking through Expedia. A concession to practicality, a sacrifice I made for the sake of logistical ease. Little did I know that was the first hairline fracture in the edifice of my dream. You see, booking through a third party, it is like declaring you are not entirely serious about having a good time. It's announcing I'm willing to compromise on my happiness. It is tragic, really. We arrived naturally, fashionably late. One must make an entrance, you know, and the smell, oh, the smell, it hit me the moment we stepped into the room. A cloying, desperate melange of stale cigarette smoke and something herbal, a distinctly marijuana-esque aroma. Honestly, it felt like walking into a student dorm room after a particularly raucous party, and isn't it just basic decency to have a clean room, to not assault your guests with the lingering ghosts of other people's questionable life choices? Like, imagine having a perfectly crafted souffle and someone lighting a bonfire next to it. Ruined. Just utterly ruined. And the view, oh, the view, $400 a night, darling, $400. We specifically, painstakingly, requested a view of the actual, majestic, world-renowned Niagara Falls. The cascading glory, the thunderous power, the sheer romantic spectacle. Instead, the American Falls. The American Falls. It's like ordering a chateau and receiving a shed. The American Falls are fine, I suppose, but they lack the gravitas. The drama, they're the supporting character in a story where you desperately wanted the lead, and you paid a premium to be close to the lead. It's fundamentally unfair. I naturally, immediately called the front desk. This gentleman, this representative of the Sheraton's customer service ethos, was utterly unhelpful. He had the air of someone who'd actively chosen a life of quiet desperation. He informed me, and I quote, that because we booked through Expedia, we were relegated to the lower floors. The lower floors, as if our money was somehow less valuable because of where it originated. It's discrimination, plain and simple. It is like saying your taste is acceptable, but your method of acquisition is subpar. Oh, the indignity. And then he had the audacity to suggest we have to wait 3 hours for another room, and in the meantime, languish in the lobby like commoners. 3 hours, my aura was wilting, darling, and when I ventured back to the front desk to, shall we say, express my dissatisfaction, accusatory, he was utterly accusatory. As if I, in the 5 minutes I'd been in the room, had somehow orchestrated the olfactory assault and the geographical disappointment. He actually asked me if we had used anything in the room. The sheer audacity. It's like accusing a swan of being messy. Utterly preposterous. Thankfully, a manager intervened, a woman with a weary but ultimately decent soul. She managed to move us to a room on the same floor, bless her, but the view remained wanting. Still not the iconic, breathtaking vista I'd envisioned. It's the principle, you see. It's the sheer disrespect for aspiration. It's the message that my happiness is negotiable. It's like being promised diamonds and receiving cubic zirconia. It's just unspeakable.
The landscape surrounding the Sheraton Fallsview Hotel, Niagara Falls, it's a curious one. A place where the promise of excitement often feels hollow. From what I've observed, the businesses here, generally, operate under a shadow of unmet potential. A sort of resigned acceptance of good enough that leaves a distinctly unpleasant aftertaste. It's a pervasive feeling, like a beautiful painting with a cracked frame. A sadness, really, you feel it in the air. And after a thorough review of recent experiences, it's become clear prepare to be disappointed. Let's begin with what appears to be a relic of a brighter past, Canada One factory outlets. Now outlets, by definition, are supposed to offer value, a treasure hunt for the discerning shopper. What I've gathered is they're mostly empty, echoing spaces populated by a few forlorn racks of clothing, frequently in sizes that cater to, well, not most people. A lot of 000 and tiny sizes. It's as if the clothes themselves are hiding, ashamed to be there. People remark on vacant storefronts, low inventory, the feeling of a ghost town. One person described it as a dying outdoor mall. The Adidas store specifically seems to attract scrutiny. Multiple accounts speak of being followed by security, made to feel like criminals simply for looking at clothes. It's deeply unsettling, the suggestion that browsing is somehow suspicious. Imagine trying to find a bargain and instead finding yourself under surveillance. It's suffocating. It's the type of place where you wonder if the security guards are bored and just looking for something to do, or if there's something more sinister at play. It feels like the whole place is holding its breath, waiting for the inevitable. The consensus is clear: this isn't a shopping destination, it's a cautionary tale. And it's not just about the empty stores, it's about the feeling of being watched. Then we have Sheraton Fallsview Spa, a place ostensibly dedicated to tranquility and rejuvenation. What I've discovered, however, is a catalogue of administrative chaos and a distinct lack of attentiveness. The booking process alone is described as unnecessarily difficult. Upon arrival, apparently, you're more likely to encounter dismissive staff than soothing serenity. A disturbing number of reports detail issues with the infinity tub experience, exorbitant pricing, unexplained charges, and a distinct lack of time management. 413 for 20 minutes, with no clock to tell you how long you've been soaking. It's highway robbery disguised as luxury, and the staff seem remarkably unconcerned with ensuring a positive experience. A guest detailed a situation where they were overcharged significantly, and the staff simply shrugged it off. The prenatal massage, a service meant for expectant mothers, is shockingly ill-equipped: uncomfortable beds, no accommodations for a growing belly. It's a fundamental failure to understand the needs of their clientele. There's a chilling pattern of disregard, a sense that the spa is prioritizing profit over people. It's a betrayal of the very idea of relaxation. It leaves one questioning, what exactly are they selling? A view, because that's all they seem to deliver. I feel a deep sadness about this, a perfect opportunity squandered. Let's move on to my Thai cuisine. Oh, the heartbreak. The expectation of vibrant flavors, of authentic Thai cuisine, dashed against the rocks of blandness and rudeness. Multiple reviewers lament the lack of seasoning, the flavorless dishes, the feeling that they've been served a culinary imitation. The pad Thai, a staple of Thai cooking, is described as tasting like nothing. The service appears equally problematic. Reports of dismissive staff, a general unwillingness to address complaints, and outright hostility are common. One diner received a spoiled shrimp in their order and was met with disbelief and accusation from the owner.
Another experienced an incorrect order and a refusal to acknowledge the mistake. I can feel my blood pressure rising just reading about it. These aren't minor infractions, they are fundamental failures of hospitality. It's not simply bad food, it's a disregard for the customer's experience. I feel personally offended, and the thought of someone paying for a meal like that, it disturbs me greatly. And the pricing discrepancies, confusing menus, hidden fees, it smells of deliberate deception. It's a place where the joy of dining is replaced by the frustration of being cheated. Then there's Queen Bean Cafe Catering, a seemingly charming local establishment that seems to be consistently unavailable. Reports of erratic opening hours, conflicting information, and a general sense of unreliability abound. It's as if the cafe exists in a state.
Oh, I was just looking into scams near Sheraton Fallsview Hotel, Niagara Falls, and wow, why do people do this? It is so sad. So, businesses around Sheraton Fallsview Hotel, Niagara Falls, they can be tricky, tourists think everything is safe, but no. There was this couple, they got scammed so bad. Some fraudsters called them, pretending to be like the government or something, and told them to buy $22,000 in gift cards from stores nearby. Can you believe that? They went to actual stores like real brick and mortar places and bought all these cards because the scammers scared them. And then poof, the money was gone. What do you even do after that? Probably cried, called the police, but the scammers, they ray gone just like that. And then there's the shops around Sheraton Fallsview Hotel, Niagara Falls, some of them, they have this problem with theft. Like a whole group of people got arrested for stealing 3 million worth of stuff in just 2 days. 3 million, and only 570 worth of stuff was actually recovered. Like, what happens to all that stolen stuff? Probably sold online or something. The store